Hey collectors out there, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. This is not gonna be Pokemon or sports cards content, no sneaker stuff, but it's a review of Absolute Batman #8. This is it's got the Mr. Freeze on the cover. Nick Dragotta drew this. They drew the cover. Dragotta is like the Absolute Batman guy. If you look back there, I got an Absolute Batman #1 and a 9.8 right there next to that Muse cover. That right there, Absolute Batman is like just it's if you don't know anything about it, it's like an alternate universe. It's a different take on Batman. Batman is a massive dude. He looks like he's 6'6" and 300 pounds. He's massive. He's huge. He's not rich. His parents' story is a little bit different than in the original Batman series. But I kind of like what they're doing because Batman was created back in the 1940s or something like that, 1930s, 40 something, and so with times have changed, and so the origin story of that is just kind of old and played and everyone's seen it. So it's kind of cool to get these twists, like Marvel did the Ultimate Universe where Spider-Man's story is a little bit different, Uncle Ben's alive, things like that. So it's kind of like a twist on that, and it's nice and refreshing. This book here, like I said, the cover art, 10 out of 10. The interior artworks, like a 6 out of 10. Marcos Martin, Marcos, I think it's Marcos Martin. It's probably what it is. But his artwork isn't as good as Dragotta's, of course. So this 2-story arc, issues 7 and 8, is the Mr. Freeze story arc, and that's the ones that is not drawn by Dragotta on the inside. The issue 1 through 6 with Dragotta. I think I'm hoping that Dragotta is getting back. I'm hoping it was just like a 2-issue, just a 2-issue one that they had him not draw while he's getting the next story arc ready. And so, to me, with this one being an issue 7 and an issue 8, the story 7 was really good. I like the story on that one. It was really nice getting the build up to Mr. Freeze. This one seemed rushed because it was only 1 issue to finish off this story arc. So I wish it was like a 3-story, a 3-book arc. They could have just added a little bit more. The fight scene in here is. Like I said, everything seems rushed. Everything seemed rushed. There's a little backstory, which is cool. The little backstory that's going on in here, definitely cool on that. But like I said, the fight scene, to get through that, it's like they had to rush through that real quick because the next story arc's coming. But this does set up the next story arc. Maybe the end of this story arc might, roll into the next one a little bit. So this one might not be completely done yet, but I think it's close. But yeah. So this book right here, like I said, the first one, Absolute Batman 1, when you get into there with the origin, all that stuff, 10 out of 10. This book right here, I'm going to give this 7 out of 10 on this one because it was rushed. If they slowed this one down a little bit and we finished it in another book, this would have probably been a 9, 9 out of 10. But yeah, so this is the Absolute Batman #8. This comes out next week. I got this, 4 or 5 days early, whatever it is. But it comes out next week, and you guys can grab this at your local comic shops or order. You can pre-order them now. They'll probably ship from some of the places off eBay and other comic shops, mycomicshop.com and all that stuff. But yeah, so there we go. This is the Absolute Batman #8. Awesome cover. And like the story, this whole absolute stuff is nice. Everyone likes the Absolute Wonder Woman, Absolute Superman, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, yeah, there we go. End of my review of Absolute Batman #8. Go pick it up. Coming up next Wednesday. All right, man. See you guys on the next one. Out.